Hey everybody, Chef Jason, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. Today, we're making meatloaf. That's right, simple, amazing meatloaf, low ingredients, but a ton of flavor, because we're cooking it on our big green egg. So let's dig in, let's get started. When we talk ingredients, you know that I'm always a big fan of low ingredients, but a lot of reward. And I'll tell you, we've got light ingredients today. So we're starting off with 2 pounds of ground beef. That is 80-20 ground beef. We're gonna use some red onion, 3 eggs, some seasoned breadcrumbs. I've got a white cheddar mix. We're gonna season it with oink and rub-a-dub, and we're also gonna hit it with a little bit of that womp from Meat Mitch. So that's it. Super easy. Now, first things first, let's head out and get the grill started. Okay, we top the egg off with some brand new charcoal. We have got our egg niter out. Time to get this started. So we'll go ahead and fire it up today. We'll get everything up and running. Once we hit 200 degrees, we'll add in our convector. We'll adjust the top, the bottom, bring our cooking temperature today up to 350 degrees. We went ahead and got all of our prep work done, which really is open the meat, crack the eggs, and mince our red onions. Now we're good. What I'd like to do first is I kind of like to just push that ground beef out around the edges just a little bit so I can start the process. Now, we're gonna season this with about 2 tablespoons of our oink rub and about 2 tablespoons of our rub-a-dub. But as I always say, season as light or as heavy as you prefer. We've got some of that white cheddar cheese that we'll add in there. We're gonna add our onions in there, and like that. We're going to add our 3 whole eggs in there, like such, and then we're gonna hit it with some of the womp. We're gonna put about half a cup of the womp in there because we're also gonna add some womp at the end. Now, I'm gonna start mixing this up. Then I'll add half of the breadcrumbs now, and then I'll add half of the breadcrumbs as I'm mixing it. But I don't want to add them all because I'm trying to look for the firmness in this. So let me go ahead and start mixing this and I'll show you what I'm looking for. So basically when I mix this, I am working to incorporate everything I can into that ground beef. And it is going to be relatively wet, right? And relatively loose. But once I get it mixed, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it sit for about 2 minutes because I want those breadcrumbs to activate. Those breadcrumbs need to absorb some of this moisture in here, and then I'll come back and check to kind of see where it's at because I'm looking for a certain firmness in here before I add any more breadcrumbs or to kind of, I guess, determine if I'm going to add any more breadcrumbs. So we are all mixed up. We're gonna leave this now for about a minute. We'll come back here and check it and kind of see where we are at for firmness. Right after a minute, I like to just kind of push on this a little bit. I'm checking to see how firm this mixture is. As those breadcrumbs activate, they will firm up because the eggs and the breadcrumbs working together do a really, really nice job. So I'm checking to see that it's nice and firm. I'm making sure the breadcrumbs activated. And, you know, I might add a little bit more. Now, if you're gonna add more, go ahead and do it. Add them and mix them in again. Now, once we get that all mixed, come back and show you I have a pretty cool chef's tip for you. Here's my chef's tip of the day. That is a 2-pound loaf of meatloaf. It's gonna take a while to cook. I want it to cook a little bit faster, taste better, and be ready for my family. So I'm gonna take that and basically chop it in half and check this out here. Move this guy out of the way. Now it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to make, hold on. A little football, just like this, right? Get it all worked together nicely. My little football, watch your paper. A little football like that, and look at that. There's meatloaf number 1. Hold on. Check this out. I have another one, and we are going to do the same exact thing again. And then this is when you see that you didn't make them the same size. So that's okay. If you didn't, we're gonna do this. Chop a little bit off. We're gonna add it to this guy, mix it back up, and we will make them both the same size. Just like that. Now we made them the same size. Now we're gonna let these sit, firm up just a little bit more, and then get out and make sure our egg is adjusted. Next, I'll see you out at the egg. There we are, sitting beautifully right at 350. Time to load meatloaf number 1, right there. Meatloaf at number 2, right there. And now we are going to leave these in here. They're gonna take about 45 to 60 minutes, but we're gonna come back and check on these right at about the 40-minute mark. Internal temp doneness today, 155 degrees. We'll come back in 40 minutes. Check them on our thermometer. Right at the 45-minute mark, time to check our temp. We are sitting at 122 degrees, so a little ways to go yet. I'm gonna let it go for another, let's go for another 7 minutes. We'll come back and check on it then. Back at that temperature check, we're sitting at about 148, so we're getting close. Now, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and add a little womp to the top of here, and we are going to baste it. So after about 52 minutes, we are getting super close. So with a little bit of time left, maybe the last 5 to 7 minutes of cook time, I want to give it a little baste of that womp, and we'll come back again, and we're going to give it 5 minutes now, and a little more womp too. And we'll come back and check here in 5 minutes. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Oh, come on. All right, sitting right at 60 minutes. That's what I told you, 45 to 60 minutes. Time to get these guys off of here. Oh, careful, careful, careful. And we'll get them on our pan like so. And we're gonna head into the kitchen. Those are amazing. We gave this a 5-minute rest, and now it is time to cut in to that deliciousness right there. Well, what do you think about that? 1 hour. 1 hour to make the most amazing meatloaf on the Big Green Egg, and the only reason I'm wearing gloves might be a little bit messy when it comes to the quality control. Now, I know what you're thinking. I need something that goes with this, a great side dish. I can cook at the same time. I don't want to have to cook it anywhere else. Baked potatoes. Stay tuned because baked potato video coming up next. You can actually cook them on the egg while you're cooking your meatloaf. Time for me to shut up and eat meatloaf. Cheers. Not even kidding you. Best day ever.